I listened to 8 audiobooks in May. Let's talk about them. I started out with Despair. I listened to The Four Winds by Kristen Hanna. This was so sad. Anytime I see a bitch on this app talking about how homesteading is the way, I'm like, you don't know how good you've got it. Read shit like this. See the reality. Also, like, racism and xenophobia are so dumb. They're always so dumb. In terms of the revolutionary movement that was happening in the end of this book, I didn't know y'all were reading books like this. I love it. My next listen was The Guest List by Lucy Foley. I want to say this was a recommendation from a friend. I am not sure, but I have limited time, so I will say I love when a man faces the consequences of his actions. And I love when those who are enacting said consequences get away with it. My next listen was How to Say Babylon by Safia Sinclair. I was very quickly hooked. I did not realize going in that the author is a poet, but her writing is so gorgeous that like you just guess. This is her memoir, and I did not expect to be left with hope with how things were going, but everything in her life is so interconnected. She was raised Rastafari, which I did not know anything about. I knew what it was. I knew Bob Marley, but the shit this woman has gone through and the way that she has risen up and fought for her worth, for her life. This was incredible, and it was beautifully written. Next, I just missed it. Pride and Prejudice. It had been a few years since I read it, so I just wanted an update. I realized that the Keira Knightley version of the movie is not really like an accurate depiction of the Pride and the Prejudice that Elizabeth Bennet has. Or Mr. Darcy. Like, I feel like the movie really softens the two of them, which I'm not mad about. Like, it's an incredible movie. I have to remind myself that in terms of the book and the adaptation, both are incredible, 5-star. I love them so much with all of my heart, but they're not the same thing. My next was How to Resist Amazon and Why by Danny Kane. I had previously read How to Protect Bookstores and Why by him. We all know the harms of Amazon. They are so plain. They are so in our face. We see the lawsuits. We see everything that is happening. Yet, because of capitalism, laziness, sake of convenience, we continue to buy from them when it is actually so important for us to resist. I would absolutely recommend this. It is such an easy read, and if, like me, you struggle to read nonfiction, the audiobook is available for free on Hoopla. My next audiobook was My Oxford Year by Julia Whelan. Didn't know anything about this. I knew that there was a movie, and to be honest, any Sophia Carson movie I expect is not going to be a good one, so I haven't watched it yet. But this was a beautiful story, beautifully written. Should I watch the movie? I don't have high expectations, and the reviews are also really bad, but I want to know. My next lesson was How to Hide an Empire, A Greater History of the United States. Every book that I read about American foreign policy leaves me pissed and depressed. But you know what? If I didn't want to feel that way, I could just read propaganda. From the use of soft power to intimidation tactics to literal torture and colonization, our history is truly fucked. Like, it's not even history. It is modern day bullshit. I do recommend this though. My next audiobook, I am in my ACOTAR reread, so I did A Court of Mist and Fury. I'm trying to savor it, so I'm trying to limit myself to just one per month. This is 5 stars every time. I love it. I will probably reread again next year. That was all for this month. I still have a ton of Libby holds that I'm trying to get through.